And into the arena steps Khujanazar NORTOJIEV, the 2024 Under-22 Asian bronze medalist at the edition in Astana. In the 2022 World Youth Games, he came away with a bronze there as well. And here, having begun his contest in the round of 32, preparing for his fourth bout here tonight. Quarter-final, he beat Zaragzhan, of Armenia with a good, energetic display. His opponent is Khusravkhon RAKHIMOV, the tournament #2 seed. He too, an Asian bronze medalist from the same event in Astana, but that was up at 57 kilograms. Just before the World Championships, he won the prestigious Shakir Batlekuli Memorial Tournament in Kazakhstan. And here in the quarter-finals, he beat South Africa's Masibulele Siguela 5-0 on the cards, but it was a competitive fight. And trust me, Andy, there'll be no love lost between those two. They won't be swapping birthday cards. I don't even think they shook hands at the final bell. Really intense, really competitive. And it was this man who prevailed on a hard-fought unanimous decision win to book his place here at the Final Four stage. So the Tajikistan flag in evidence here at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Center.
Round one.
As the opening bell sounds to get this second 57 kilogram featherweight semi-final underway. It's between boxers from Uzbekistan and and Tajikistan, and the boxer wearing red just reaching down for that jab to the body. It's Khujanazar NORTOJIEV. Asked his team whether it's NORTOJIEV or NORTOJIEV, and they informed me in no uncertain terms that it's NORTOJIEV is the correct pronunciation. He's the man in red, and the boxer wearing blue, Khusravkhon RAKHIMOV, very adept in every facet of the game, as you see the man just seeking to establish the distance. Good jab to the body from NORTOJIEV. They both possess very similar qualities in that they're dynamic, dexterous boxers. Good right hand over the top from NORTOJIEV. And each of them seem to demonstrate a propensity for trying to get into the mind and under the skin of their opponents. They'll grin that gum shield, they'll celebrate their successes with a little shimmy. And this one taking place exclusively in the space of center ring as they duck and weave and try and draw that lead they can counter. But that has been an effective and consistent punch from NORTOJIEV, that thrusting lead left hand to the body. RAKHIMOV looking to counter as again, punches in bunches from both boxers. And neither man seeking to work on the perimeter. Left hook to the body landed by NORTOJIEV. Came forward behind a double jab, right hand, but couldn't find the range because RAKHIMOV had ghosted away. There's that jab to the body once again. RAKHIMOV tried to counter and catch the man as he was crouching to reach and score that shot. There it is, this time from the backhand. So just touching up the man consistently. Reverse 1-2, saw the left jab get through, and you just get the impression through this passage of the opening round that it's NORTOJIEV who has just found his range on a more regular basis. There's a thrusting jab to the sternum. Overhand right, and then a body shot dug in from NORTOJIEV. He switches and goes downstairs with a left hook to the body. And then he spoils and mauls his man, walks him back to the neutral corner in a headlock. Just kills the clock, and by the time we resume, the 10-second clapper will be set to sound. Well, I think this has been a very clever opening round for Khujanazar NORTOJIEV. He's found a range with more consistency and scored repeatedly, particularly with straight shots downstairs.
He has. He's been nice and busy all the way through the round. Started at a decent pace and kept it up throughout the course of the 3 minutes. And when you look at the dynamic between the two of them. I just felt that he waited a little bit too long at times, Rakhimov, and that NORTOJIEV was the one who, as I say, just threw the greater volume. Enough of it got through. It's not that the fighter in blue didn't have any success, because we see him land a left to the body there, but he was quite reactive. And the Uzbek at times can look a little bit clumsy with some of the moves that he looks to pull off, but he's one of these guys who just kind of, he gets on you, gets all over you, and maybe he'll just take an adjustment for the second round there for Rakhimov.
Well,
although, having said that, Rakhimov gets it with all 5 judges, which I do find rather surprising.
I share your surprise, Andy, as we prepare to go into the second round. At the round of 16, he prevailed over Ankamar Karku of Mongolia on a 4-3 split. I urge you to dig out the contest and just look at the expression of the Mongolian boxer when that decision is announced. He was absolutely stunned into disbelief that it had gone against him. But that's what took him through to the quarterfinals, where he prevailed on that unanimous points verdict against Mastibulele Siguela. He's taken the opening round unanimously here, has the tournament number 2 seed, and that has prompted Khujanazar NORTOJIEV just to plant his feet into the canvas a little more firmly and seek to get more pop onto his punches. So adopting a low-held guard now and looking to land eye-catching singles on the counter is Rakhimov, but an awful lot of clinching and then twining going on. Thrusting left jab to the body is a scoring shot for NORTOJIEV once again, but they're spending an awful lot of time in this posture right here, smothering the work of one another, not able to find room for their hands on the inside. It's as though they're so committed to the initial offensive outburst that in the event it lands or otherwise, they find themselves chest to chest, shoulder to shoulder. Oh, I think that may well be a case of sorry not sorry, as that sporting touch of glove resumed the action. So looking for uppercuts and right hand on the inside. He scored with a good left hand to the body, did NORTOJIEV. And again, quality work to the body from NORTOJIEV. Good counter right hand in response from Rakhimov, and the two of them engaging in an exchange. Beautiful right uppercut turned underneath, and the crowd really enjoying the intensity of this one. But the boxing at mid-range, as you see Rakhimov clearly putting his man into a headlock and making out as though he's not doing anything, and it's the man in red who's given the talking to from the referee. Left hooks exchange as the boxer just got back and disengaged beyond the edge of range. Well, neither man looking to work on the inside, and given that they are such complete boxers, I do find that rather surprising. There's an admonishment in either direction from the referee. Right uppercut, left hook success from NORTOJIEV. And again, look at that burst of punches through the middle. Man in blue forced to touch down because NORTOJIEV had ghosted around the other side. So NORTOJIEV feinting, threatening, but neither man committing. The attempted left hand from Rakhimov was blocked by the right glove and forearm of NORTOJIEV.
And it's a good round to watch, really, really entertaining stuff. For me, again, that's another clear round for the red corner, because they've both thrown plenty of punches there, but NORTOJIEV, I feel, has significantly outlanded Rakhimov there. We'll just have to wait and see what we get on the scorecards, and maybe he won't be too hopeful after what we got in the first round. Personally, I've got him 2 rounds up in a competitive and good fight. But you just look at these exchanges, these arguments, if you like. There's one of them who's having the final say, who's getting the last word, and it's the fighter in red pretty much every time, particularly with that left hook down to the body, that left hook up to the head. The successes of both fighters being celebrated. Well, let's have a look and see where the judges have gone with it, and they've gone 4-1 in favour of Rakhimov again there, and I just can't get on board with that. I really can't.
So as we move into the third and final round, the tournament number 2 seed Khusravkhon Rakhimov of Tajikistan is in a really strong position, and that is what has prompted the brisk start from Khujanazar NORTOJIEV. He landed that good overarching right a few moments ago, but he needs a massive final round here to overturn a 20 points to 18 deficit for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Conceded the opening round unanimously when I thought he got the better of it. In the second round, he's lost it 4-1. And again, he will probably be a little taken aback by that verdict. IBA live scoring is available, so the coaches will have reminded him of the context of the bout going into the third and final round, and he knows that he needs a massive one. Now he scores with a good left hook to the body. And he's looking to back the man in blue up. He can now engage in clock-killing tactics. Rakhimov goes walkabout, and again he's well within his rights to do this, because it's not down to him to tap his man on the shoulder and say, listen, are you ready to box? That's why the referee is there. And if he issues the command of box, then the other guy has to be ready to go. So how is the spirit, how is the belief of NORTOJIEV after those scorecards from the first 2 rounds? Because you can see the man in blue is doing everything within his power to just allow the clock to tick down. And there's a wry smile going across the face of NORTOJIEV. Now, from Rakhimov's point of view in particular, he won't want to pick up a warning by getting on the wrong side of the referee. Right-handed a scoring shot from Rakhimov. Inaccurate with the left hook was the man in blue. And again, he's turning his back, he's going walkabout, taking every possible second before re-entering the fray. Getting busy with scoring shots downstairs is NORTOJIEV, claiming his man, preventing him from working. So I don't think he's making any effort to try and win this round, as he does it once again. So the referee surely has got to have a word here, because he's disengaging at every opportunity. Nice right uppercut landed by NORTOJIEV, and he is going for the finishing salvo with everything he can muster. Good left hand to the body. Nice left jabs off the back foot from Rakhimov. But again, he's almost turning his back there. But he's got the insurance of the first 2 rounds under his belt. Took the first round unanimously, the second on a 4-1 split. Those are what have been returned empirically. And so NORTOJIEV required a knockout, and look at that. Again, I don't think there's going to be, well, there is a warm embrace, but I'm not quite sure they'll be exchanging birthday cards, these two. Hard-fought affair, and given the context of the scorecards going into the third and final round, Andy, it's the supporters of that man who are going to be the happiest. Rakhimov will be going through.
He will be going through. It'll be interesting to see what we get from the judges for that third and final round. He had that kind of look about him in that third stanza there, didn't he, NORTOJIEV, of a man who knew that the game was up and it probably didn't really matter in his mind. He would have felt like it didn't really matter what he did in that final round, that he wasn't really going to get the rewards. But judging's not the easiest thing in the world. It's a subjective thing. We all accept that. But I think they've got the wrong man there.
Unanimous decision, and heading into the final in the blue corner, representing Tajikistan, Khusravkhon, Rakhimov.
So nice to see that respect between the two boxers after the 3-minute rounds, and the fans of Khusravkhon Rakhimov absolutely ecstatic here at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Centre. It's elimination at the semi-final stage for Khujanazar NORTOJIEV, but going through to the final to face off against the #1 seed at featherweight is the tournament #2 seed, because it is Khusravkhon Rakhimov who has progressed through. And he's exited the boxing ring without his bronze medal and without his check for $75,000. Thankfully he's returned. There's his mascot, and there is his $75,000 prize for Khujanazar NORTOJIEV. Boxed a very good tournament beginning in the round of 32, winning 3 contests out of 4, and that is why the man who took World Youth Bronze has earned himself, in 2022, has earned himself a World Senior Bronze in his second appearance at the Senior World Championship.
I don't think that was an act of petulance there either. I think he genuinely just forgot, because at the end of a bout you don't normally have that, do you?
Indeed.
It can be different how you present medals. They can have a bit of a delay and they all get their tracksuits on and they come out on the podium and all that kind of thing. So I don't think there was anything in that necessarily, but it is a head scratcher, that fight, for me in terms of the judging, because I didn't think it was hard to score. I didn't think it was hard to score. I really didn't. And you could see at the end there that the red corner, particularly the fighter, he just couldn't quite get his